It's a bonkers, spectacular year yet again. And I will have you know that the original ticket price, I'm glad you said resale and not
resale.
individual, because the original ticket price, the lowest we had was $32 at the time of original on sale. So you just have to buy earlier.
Does this drive you crazy, though? Does this drive you crazy that instead of the USTA getting the $308 that we spent on tomorrow's noon session, it's Ticketmaster or whoever we bought it from?
It doesn't drive me crazy. And you know what? It's most likely from a US Open subscriber who buys all Arthur Ashe sessions who couldn't make it for the day session. Really, I mean, even the most Uber fan doesn't make it out for every single one of the 25 Arthur Ashe sessions, so it's probably one of them, and I don't begrudge them their ability to resell their ticket.
How much of the tickets are sold ahead of time? I remember you saying something I thought last year. A lot of stuff gets sold out, right?
Yeah, so we had just unprecedented demand all year. When we first went on sale, the original American Express early access for the pre-sale, we sold as many tickets in the first hour as we did in 5 days last year.
Wow.
So it's just double-digit percentages up. The on-sale a week later, double-digit percentages up. The demand is nuts.
There was this big concern 2 years ago that with Serena Williams no longer playing, that you wouldn't see huge demand here in the U.S. That obviously wasn't the case. We talked to you about that last year. How do you explain the growth from last year to this year, though?
I think there are nearly 1 million people, 957,000 to be exact, who enjoyed the 2023 U.S. Open, who said, man, I'm definitely coming back in 2024, and I'm going to take some more friends with me, and I'm going to tell all my friends. That's the simplest answer I can give you. But, you know, beyond just the success of this event, it feels like for the past few years, tennis has been having a moment. More people in the U.S. are playing tennis.
Zendaya's
and
in a
perhaps,
movie about tennis.
Yeah, Challengers, the movie. Zendaya representing the sport beautifully. And I just have to, you know, credit the growth of tennis participation as an element in the desire for people to come out and see the top pros in the world.
Kirsten, how many people are returnees? Like what percentage of folks are just coming to the Open year after year after year?
Oh, a lot. Yeah. More than 50% of our Arthur Ashe tickets are sold to full series ticket subscribers who do purchase all 25 sessions year in, year out, and those renew at 98, 99%.
Which is amazing. And what about the age demographics? Like, I think we've talked with you about this, and I feel like golf went through it. Maybe, I don't know if tennis ever went through a little bit of a lull or people were worried. I don't know that was the case. But I mean, is it continuing to attract a younger generation as well?
Well, I think the short answer is yes, but Fan Week, which is now part of the 3-week and 1-day U.S. Open. The main draw runs for 2 weeks. The qualifying tournament runs the week prior that we've called Fan Week, and we built in all kinds of tentpole events to attract a more diverse younger audience, younger families to that. We had a record 216,000 people come through that week, that Fan Week. And so that's really the way that we can attract a younger audience, a younger demographic. We gave away 10,000 free rackets thanks to Wilson during that week. And we have Heineken happy hours from 5 to 7. Every one of those days, a block party. So I think that's a factor, too, in trying to attract the younger audience to how cool it is to be out here.
It works, and it translates into people coming to the Open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much more capacity do you have? When we talk about the number that came on Monday, more than 74,000.
Yeah.
Can you actually fit more people here?
We can't fit more people in the stadium. The stadium's capacity, Arthur Ashe Stadium is a fixed capacity. Louis Armstrong is a fixed capacity. But we also now are selling evening grounds passes, which is something we haven't done for a while. So we can get more people. We didn't like the concept of not allowing people to come into the grounds if there's tennis being played outside of those two stadiums, and you can go freely and watch those if you stay all day with a grounds pass. But if you only want to come for the evening and watch those matches, we'll sell you a grounds evening.
When are those matches taking place? In the first? Are they in the second week? Or do you have
in the early
grounds?
rounds? In the first and second round, you know. Every one of our courts is filled with competition, and some courts have matches that will run all the way up until midnight, depending on how long the matches are. If they're quick matches, perhaps not. But you know, in our first 4 nights of the first 2 rounds, you're likely to catch some great tennis on the outer courts as well as inside the stadiums.
Some of the matches not so quick.
Yes, we had a record-breaking match.
Was it Sebastian?
Sebastian, who's on camera and actually doing everything right now, he came out here for a match. Was it Monday, Sebastian?
That you got home and the match was still going on?
Yeah.
And that trip home
here.
is like an hour and a half? It was a 5-hour match.
Left
5
here.
hours, 35 minutes. It's the longest
She
match in
knows.
U.S. Open history between Karen Khachanov and Daniel Evans. And just an incredible, another record.